शेयर स्क्रीन करूँ क्या नहीं करूँ? हाँ स्टॉप कर दिया, नहीं किया। ओके। मेरी डिसेबल है। ओके। ओके। ओके।
Hello everyone. I will introduce our guest speaker, Ms. Kavita Gandhi. She had completed his ME in Computer Science in Engineering in distinction. She have work experience in 5 years in academic. She get UGC approved from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad. She had launched Android application and 3 website. Currently, she is doing freelancing project in Pune. Over to you, Ms. Kavita.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for introduction. Hello everyone. Today we are seeing on topic mobile application development, in which I'm taking an Indian and Indian filter as a topic of my today's subject. So, feel free to tell me any doubt if you have. I will. Shall I start? If all are listening me,
Yes, ma'am, you can. You
am I
can
audible?
start, ma'am. Please.
Am I audible? Hello.
You're audible, ma'am. Continue.
Today we are taking introduction of intent, uses of the intent. Then we are seeing the types of intent, and then after we are seeing what is in intent filter, how to use that. First of all, what is Android? Android is an mobile application development, which is developed by using Android Studio. It is a development environment. Development environment consists of various services or various functions already which are written in Java, and those are used directly in our system, so that we can develop a new Android application or mobile application. Here, I'm introducing about intent. What is an intent? Intent is the main purpose of intent is intention to do an action. If we want to start one activity to another activity, then we are using an intent. Here, so that we can call it as it is a medium of communication. Example, you can see in this figure, there are two activities, activity A and activity B. There is an Android system between these two activities. Suppose if we want to start an activity B from an activity A, then we should call start activity, and this function is called to our pass through intent. That intent will receive by activity B. When received, it is received on create function. On create will reply you what the activity A wants. If we are ready to accept that intent, then activity B will reply, yes, I am ready to accept, and then we can call the activity B from activity A. How this is intent is work for activities. There are fundamental components in Android. First is activity, services, broadcast receiver, and third one is content provider. We can specify intents for all this. We so that they can communicate between one activity to another activity, one services to another services, likewise. So we can call this through those objects. Suppose if we want to call an activity, then we create an object in that activity. Here, I'm giving some examples how the intent is defined or declared in activity, services, and broadcasts. For an activity, we are defining an intent like it is intent, activity intent, in equivalence to new intent. This new activity dot class. Here, intent is an class, and activity intent is an object of that intent class, where we are initializing that object by using new um, uh, specifier. And here the new activity dot class is a Java file which is converted into class after running it, and that new activity will be started from this activity by the function start activity, which is written in the next line. Uh, Similarly, we are doing the things for services and broadcast. The services are also called from one activity to start. For an example, if we want to start my microphone, then I can start this with activity intent object, and that services are defined in new services. Services can be we can say that it is already defined, or we can say predefined, and it can also be defined by yourself also. Same as for broadcast. Broadcast is what if we want to tell every application which are associated with our application, then we send a broadcast message to them through this intent. For an example, my headset is connected. That is a broadcast message to all the musical apps or etc. Suppose YouTube. YouTube will get a broadcast message that headphones are connected and they can play their songs through or play their videos through that headset. Here is the how the three components: activity, services, and broadcast are used to call the to communicate with the another activity or another services. There are two types of intent: explicit intent and implicit intent. First of all, we will see what is an explicit intent. As I have said, intent is a part of communication. So there are many predefined libraries in Android system. Like Android system itself is developed in Java, so it uses some core Java libraries and the libraries which are developed in Android. Obviously, Android is developed under the Google, so the Google if we want to target to call those, then we have to use implicit. And if we are defining by ourselves, suppose we are defining our services, we are defining our activities, then we can say that those are those are those are called those are passed through the explicit. Here, explicit intent means it specifies the component to start the by name. Suppose I have an activity, target activity, where I want to pass some data like A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3. So I will define an intent object, that is intent I, and intent I. It is initialized by using new specifier and intent. Here we will pass two parameters. First is this. This means the same context from where we are calling that activity, and the second is class file of that target activity. And after that, by using function put extra, we will pass two parameters. It is in the form of key value pair. First of all, we will pass a key which should be verified in target activity. Then only we can pass that data. And in another, there is a put extra method. In that, key2 is the key. Same thing is there. We have to this is an what we say security purpose. we target activity should specify that key which is going to match with the this calling activity, and then that data will be stored in their or will be passed in target activity by using the get extras method, which is written in below here. We are defining a object of bundle. Bundle is a set of things, or we can say many data, irrespective of it is symmetric or asymmetric. We both the data are bind in the bundle, and that object will call the get intent method, and that get intent method will call get extras, which will take those data here, and we will store those data into a variable. Here there are two variables, value 1 and value 2 of string type. It will store those data into value 1 and value 2. Likewise, value 1 will have an value a, b, c, and value 2 will have 1, 2, 3. Should I go further? Hello? Is there any doubt up till now? Hello?
No, ma'am,
No, ma'am,
continue.
you can continue, please.
Second type is implicit intent. Here what is an implicit intent? We are not specifying any name or specific name or any specific component where we are going. Apart from that, we are specifying a inbuilt or predefined libraries, predefined actions or predefined activities which are already present in our system. Suppose we have in Google Chrome in our phone, then that in Google Chrome we have to pass in URL. That URL is directly can pass through the intent also, or we have to type that is like an explicit intent. In implicit intent, we are uh, defining it to the intent. Here I am using an example of button. After clicking on button, I have to pass a URL, that is www.google.com. Here google.com is in my URL which I have to start when I am clicking on button. How to understand this thing to that mobile application? This is done by set on click listen method. That is, these are the listeners which are running behind the system, and by clicking on that start browser button, we will that listener will pass an intent. That is, here I have defined that intent I, that which will view. It will pass first parameter is an action view, and the second parameter, that my URL, which will be parsed in the form of what we say, in the form of string, which will be understand by another app from where I want to call. That here you can see the android.content.intent.action view. That action view is an built-in action which are defined behind the system in the kernel. The kernel will understand the user wants to view that page or that URL onto a browser. And there, how this will be start by using start activity function. How this is the related with the implicit intent. This is related with the implicit intent. And likewise, you can start any services. You can start you can send any broadcast message to the user. The intent filter. Intent filters. First of all, you should know there are three main folders in the Android system. That is manifest, second one is Java, and third one is layout. In manifest, we are defining all the components. Like I have mentioned before, the Android system has the four components. First is activity, second one is services, third one is your content provider, and fourth one is broadcast receiver. These four components are defined in manifest file, that those we are using. If we are using two activities in our Android application, those activities should be mentioned in manifest. Then only those are considered that we are running those activity for an application when we are developing a system. We can create many of them, but if we are not mentioning in manifest, then it is no use. Those will not be considered by uh, those will not be considered for an development purpose. For that, whenever we are defining in those components in our manifest file, we have to use intent filter. In Java file, we have all those class files, or we can say those. Here, there is no necessary to have only Java file related to activity services of the workers resource or content provider. Apart from this, we can create many on the Java files also, where we can define many functions which will be used later in any of those components. So, and third one is layout. Layout is related with the view which we are seeing on a screen. Suppose we are seeing on our first page. I will take an example of messaging app. Messaging app will show us some received messages, and apart from that, we have some menus in right hand side, which will give to add to delete message or to select something, etc. And in below section we have plus button to create new message. Likewise, the different pages we are seeing, these are called view of the Android, and we can say that first view, every app has a single activity, and that is called a user view, and those are designed in layout. That layout will uh, decide how to show all the components to the user. Now, coming to the intent filter, these are various components, but we have to mention it into the manifest file. In Android Studio, there is no necessary to separately mention those components into the manifest. It will directly define. And but if you are using Eclipse or etc., then you have to specify those into a manifest file. That yeah, we can say intent filter is an expression in an app's manifest file. That means we are defining an intent filter in a manifest file, between a component tab. Why we are using intent filter? Many of the things. Whenever if we are running an app and suddenly I'm connecting my uh, system to a any Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is coming, and how it will be, I'm doing my messaging to how it goes, like if you are, I'm using a messaging app, I'm creating a message, and suddenly I got my system got instruction that Wi-Fi is came and Wi-Fi is within our range, and they are connecting with that Wi-Fi. This is possible all because of intent filters. Intent filter will continuously run in the background, which will specify to a user that services are going behind the system. Here I have mentioned it specifies the types of intent that the component, like activity, services, and broadcast receivers, what they would like to receive, and those intents are handled by a set of actions, categories, data scheme associated with that intent. As I have mentioned, there are many actions are mentioned. Suppose whenever I am clicking on my icon, I have to start my app. Suppose I'm developing one app and I have given some symbol or icon to that system, then that will start the first any activity. How the system will recognize that which activity should be started, because there are many activities are there, and I want to start a specific activity on my launching purpose. Then we have to do the things which are I have given in example. Here I have mentioned a custom activity. which is my app name, and I have mentioned three two action specifiers and one category and one data. Here, both the action will specify that under that intent.action.view. That means user wants to view something, and the second one is that intent demo will launch that activity. Which one? The custom activity wants to launch on the while clicking on your app name or app icon. After this things, whenever we are uh, uh, if we are clicking on that, the we will directly go to the that custom activity, and it is possible because of that category which is default. Whenever we are mentioning action as a action launch as a activity in an under activity, we must define a category default for this system. And also here I have mentioned a data type, that is HTTP. That means we have to pass an HTTP data to the system or to that activity. If we are not mentioning, we are passing another data. Suppose HTTPS, which is another protocol, then it will give an exception to the system that they are not recognizing data what we are expecting for this activity. The I have given, I will share this PPT to you so that you can go to this. It will handle those actions, the action view and launch by category default. And the data is specified to this HTTP. That means exception may came if we are unable to specify the required data. Uh, Apart from this protocol, if any protocol we will pass apart from HTTP, it will give an error to us. Next one is an intent filter. If we are defining intent filter for an activity, then it is possible for other apps to start with your activity with a certain intent. As I have mentioned, suppose I want to start my phone call through the speaker, and my speakers are already connected to the system. Then I can switch to my call from my set my phone speaker to the uh, Bluetooth speakers, or I can share it with the headset or etc. For an example, weather app. In weather app, whenever I'm using any application and suddenly I'm going to the weather, it will give an current temperature to us. How it is possible? It is possible because weather app is calling an intent filter to give weather changing report to them, and it will continuously change in the background. That's why our data, that data is used behind the system for this purpose. And how the this is like how the intent filters are work. For this, you can I have used all these things from the Android professional Android to application development from Willy publication, and the second one is mobile application development Bing pages. You can also refer udacity.com, and you can developer.android. This is website and tutorials.com. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Hello.
If you have any question, you can ask. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, ma'am.